all these fans kind of, you know, talking about the old days, but just giving you the recognition of all the hard work you did, you know?
It's a blessing to me, you know what I mean? Because I'm not just being recognized for the fights. Yeah, it didn't go my way because people, I'm glad that people didn't forget that I'll be 5 world champions. Cody Pocambas, Raul Marquez, Winky Wright, Mike Forte, Javier Castillejo, and the 4 that beat me didn't walk away saying it was easy. So at the end of the day, I was in all those fights competitively until the very end.
Man, what fight do fans come up to you and talk to you about the most, would you say?
Well, Ike Ortega, a lot of them, Ike Ortega. But people definitely talk to me about the Trinidad fight, man, and they say, man, I've never seen nobody have that much courage in my life. And I don't even remember bits and pieces of the fight. So, you know, I'm thankful to God that I became the youngest gentleman with champion in boxing history, and you know, I'm just here and grateful for the organizations that remember my fights.
Is there a point in your career where you're like, I'm something special now, like I'm gonna get to the Hall of Fame? Was there a point where you're like, all right, like
when I became the youngest gentleman with champion in boxing in 14 fights, I'm fighting Yuri Campos at 78-1, 68 knockouts. Come on.
Incredible.
So that's when I dedicated myself to the sport. I didn't drink, I didn't smoke, I didn't do drugs. You know, at the end of the day, I'm thankful to God because God was the one that put me through everything, and I started going to church as a kid. I said, if I want to be a superstar in the sport, I gotta ask God to help me. He's done that and even more. I'm 8 years sober because of God, December 1st.
Man, I saw Winky Wright come up to you, gave you a hug, man. Yeah. What's that like, kind of seeing all the rivals
That's
like
awesome,
that and
man.
embracing
That's
each
awesome,
other?
Man. You know, Winky is a cool-ass dude. He's a legend himself. You know what I mean? And you know, we have no animosity towards one another. Same with Oscar. You know, same with Shane, with anybody. You know, we're killers up in the ring, and we're trying to kill each other in the ring, but at the end of the day, it's all about respect.
For sure, man. Well, I just want to get your take, man. A couple fights. Errol Spence versus Terence Crawford. Hopefully we get it right. If looking at that fight, if you're on Team Crawford, what are you worried about coming from Spence? And if you're on Team Spence, what are you worried about coming from Crawford?
Well, Crawford is a switch hitter. He gets your southpaw, orthodox. So that in itself is a plus for him because of the fact that at the end of the day, you know, southpaws don't like fighting southpaws. You know, and so they're so used to fighting orthodox fighters because, you know, mostly everybody's right-handed, and the southpaws are, you know, when they fight another southpaw, it's difficult for them because it's different. Now, I think that because of that, you know, Crawford, can make it a difficult fight for Spence, but Spence is tall also. I don't know how much taller he's gonna be than Crawford, but I think that fight's a great fight for boxing.
When you said southpaws don't like facing other southpaws, doesn't that kind of work also for Terence, right? Because he's a southpaw facing another. I mean, it's gonna be a problem for him as well, right?
That's what I'm saying, but I don't know how much taller and bigger Spence is than Crawford because he looks like he's tall. I don't know exactly how tall he is.
Yeah. He's probably like 2 inches taller than Crawford.
Okay. Well then, if he's not that tall, okay, I thought that he was a lot taller. But yeah, I think it's gonna be a great fight.
Last two, man, I want to get your take on Gervonta Davis versus Ryan Garcia. They're pushing for it. Ryan really wants it. Sounds like Gervonta wants it as well. Do you lean one way or the other with that one?
It's a great fight for boxing. That's all I'm gonna say. You know, I know both of them. I think it's a great fight for boxing.
And last one, man. Canelo's fighting Triple G for the 3rd time. They had 2 really close fights, but you know, they didn't have close fights.
They were close. Canelo won them all. I mean, maybe the first one was a a little bit, you don't know who won, but the other one, no, can say. But Canelo, he's dedicated to the sport. I don't see nobody beat him.
So you got Canelo on that one.
Yeah.
Fernando, thank you so much for your time, and tell the fans that they can follow you and follow your sons as well.
Well, I want to, thank all the fans for all the love and support. Follow the Vargas dynasty, the big dog, el jefe, Fernando Vargas. I got el Fernando Vargas Jr., el amado, el malvado Fernando Vargas, el general Emiliano Fernando Vargas.